this way. This is a big magnet these things stick to. And it's ground down with a stone. Gonna take about 4 mil off, 4.5 mil, 5 mil. They're not gonna go flying off. Like, oh, because you just do like 1,000 at a time, eh?
You only go half the time.
Just touching. Oh, there you go. It's like skate sharpening. Oh yeah. It's like when I'm routering wood, I just do a little bit at a time. Look, you're learning how to use all these tools, eh?
I'm learning.
That's pretty cool.
So
perfect, that's all I need. Okay, I'm just coming from the machine shop, and Peter's going to mill that down for me this afternoon, I hope. But he measured all 3 of those spacers at the very beginning there. I didn't film a lot of it because I'm in a business there. But those 3 spacers were out by 7 thou. This is a dangerous corner. Stupid corners on an angle. No signal lights on that guy's truck. So yeah, the one spacer was let's see, how is he doing now? Just wait, I gotta think of the numbers here. Yeah, it's like I'm trying to think if we measured millimeters first, or I think it was millimeters. Yeah, 12.61 millimeters on one of them, 12.65 millimeters on another one, 12.67 millimeters on another one. I think he said they were was 7 thou difference between the shortest one, the tallest one, and they get a little bit burred, you know, a little bit marred up on the ends. We're cranking it and the alternator. So on that machine there, he's just going to mill them all down on one side so that they're all shiny and flat. When you saw it in that video there, that milling machine was only touching 2 of the spacers. It never even touched the 3rd spacer yet. That's how much out they are. It's really important that those spacers be exact, because you don't want to bolt that armature on, or the stator on an angle, or you know, it's going to be on an angle and then your armature could rub. It's got to be perfect. But then, you know, you get that thing perfect. Now are the 3 studs sticking out, the 3 cast aluminum studs that the studs go into. Maybe they're not exactly the same either. I don't know if I can even measure that. But at least these 3 spacers will be exactly. And we're going to take, we're going to set it to 8 millimeters. So they're 12.61, 65 in that range. We're going to set them all to exactly 8 millimeters. Could take off a little more. To me, you could cut them right in half and it would be perfect, but we'll get it down to 8 millimeters. I think that'll work. Anyways, I'll show you that when we get it all done. Okay, got the 3 spacers back from the machine shop, and there's how big they are now. They're 8 mil. I'm gonna try 8 mil. Can always take more off. And they're squared up on both sides now. But they, yeah, they were out by, I think he said 7 thou from one to the other. There's 8 mil off, and you can still see there's a, 3/16 of an inch there. I could take more off, but that's a lot better than what it was. I'm gonna leave it like that for now, but if anybody else is having the same problem, well, let me measure it here for you. A sec here. So now I've got like 4.5 mil from the outer side to the rotor. But let me get the old one here. I'll show you. Here's an old one, but it sits in the, trying to get an angle, you can see it sits in here about 1 mil, and sits in on this side about 1 mil or 2. Yeah, about 2 mil. 2 mil there. 1 mil there, so yeah, like 1.5 mil. Sits in about, probably if you average out, sits in about 1.5 mil on either side. So it shouldn't sit right flush anyways with the outside. If I put it right flush and look at the gap on the inside, then you got probably 3 mil. Almost 4 mil. So if there's a 4 mil difference, and I'm at a little over 5 mil, should check in a couple spots. 5 mil. So, and I've got 4. I could take off maybe a couple mil more, not much more, because there's always going to be a space there. Okay, so that's that. I'm going to have another dilemma here. That's one dilemma. Put the lock washers on. And here's the next dilemma. These nuts are too big. So these things are 12 mil. And what happens is I can't get my socket. My socket hits the green plastic to tighten it up. So I'm gonna have to find an old socket and grind it down to a real thin wall. seams. Okay, let me find my socket here. No room to get a socket in there. These, I bought these nuts brand new. Don't remember where I got them from, but you know, maybe they should be the next size down. So I'm gonna find an old socket, grind it down. It's actually a 1/2 inch socket. I have to grind more off it. Just want to get it half snug so I can. I want to check the clearances on there. This is 3 thou. This is 6 thou. So I'm tight on this side here. So I'm going to bend them all over a little bit. So what I'm going to do is take that one off, maybe put the old armature on, bead on the old armature. You want to bend all 3 at the same time. So yeah, let me take that one off. I gave it a little tap, put the old one on it there, give it a couple taps, and I can get the 3 thou now, one all the way around. Probably get a 4 thou one in there. Can't get my 6 thou. This is 6, yeah. It's tight right there. It's probably about 5 thou. So I'm going to take it off and give it another tap. The hardest part's getting the thing off. Okay, try it again. We're getting pretty close now. This is the 6 thou gauge. I can get it all the way around now. It's still snug there a little bit. What I was also doing is put the nuts back on the stud there, and we give it a little bit of a tap right on the stud. On this stud a little bit, and that seemed to help. But yeah, I'm gonna give it a little bit more finagling there, and it should be pretty damn close. The stator stud nuts are torqued at 15 foot-pounds. Also, when I'm checking the clearance here, I'm turning the rotor over, the engine over as well too. Make sure there's not any high spots on that rotor or the cranks bent or something. So I was turning it over while I'm checking it all the time. And that's my 6 thou gauge all the way around there. It's snugger on this side here for sure. A little snugger, but it's probably a 7 thou clearance there because I'm sticking in a flat piece here. If this was circular, it'd be a little looser for sure. That's as close as I want to get it. I don't want to bang on it too much. It's okay, that's ready to go. I don't have the grommet for this right now, but I'm just going to put a little silicone on it. Put that there. A buddy of mine just bought a TIG welder, so I gave him that outer cover because there was 2 dings in the bottom corner there, right about in this part of the primary cover. So he's going to try to weld it up for me a little bit so I can finish polishing that out. Well, I can wire this in and maybe work with the wiring a little bit. Get ready for this cover and the oil. And oh yeah, I got to sand the side covers as well too. Okay. Got the calipers all done on the front of that. New shocks. Cut the old shocks off, they're over there. And new brake pads. Got the new slave cylinder on the back, the one that was blowing. I still got the one other slave cylinder right there doing the right side, but it's still good. A little past the safety the way it is. Rob, he tried to weld these holes in. He'd weld it and grind it down, weld it, grind it down, and this old aluminum, you know, it's 50 years old. They're so porous, the casting in it. You know, once that oil soaks into it, you never get the oil out. And he was using all kinds of cleaners to get it out, and I forgot the acid he was using to clean the aluminum, and it still kept bubbling, popping out. But he got quite a bit of the holes filled in. These were pretty big gashes in here. And actually, I'll be able to buff a lot of that out because look how thick this stuff is. It's a quarter inch. So I'll be able to polish a lot of that out now. I didn't get that done. We had the kids here today, had the grass cutting, got the Venture on the road. Washed and waxed that up a little bit. And leather polish on the seat because I left that thing sitting out all winter under the porch there. A chipmunk must have been on there eating this sunflower seed. Got this fired up. Runs pretty good. Still a little on the rich side, and I'm pretty sure it's those choke plungers. But yeah, I got to take that out for a spin pretty soon. It's the only bike I got on the road right now. And yeah, I'm trying to make these honeycomb things for my granddaughter. You make a whole bunch of these honeycombs and you stack them all up like a beehive. And then you put cupcakes in each one of them for a birthday party, I guess. Here's all the wood here. And yeah, that's as far as I got. I didn't get to sand the covers yet. Today's Sunday. The day's done. I'm supposed to play hockey in another hour. So that's as far as I got. But hopefully tomorrow I can get this polished up and I can get this side all buttoned up. And then I know this is done for good. Tighten that chain up a little bit more. Yeah, this side can be all buttoned up and I'm finished with it. And then I got to hook the wiring up. So that's it. It's kind of a short little video, a little update. But I've been busy doing like so many projects you wouldn't believe. So I'm trying to get everything done. Cut the grass cut today too. Oh, I gotta pick up all the toys the kids left out here. Cool breeze off the lake today when there's no wind. It was warm, like 72, and then when I get a little wind off the lake, it drops down to like 50, 48, 50. Okay, that's it for today. Short little video. Hopefully the next video I'll get those side covers done, get this done, get the wiring done, get the motorhome done. I gotta do the wiring on that one too. That's it. Good night.